guys, Lisa the Bear here, coming to you from my workshop, and today I'm going to show you how to sew these super cute spa headbands. It's a super quick, easy project. Without further ado, let the chaos begin.
Alright, first things first, you're going to want to measure your head. You're going to take that measurement and add 7. That's going to be the length of your first band. So my band is the measurement of my head, which is 20 inches around, plus 7 inches to give me a 6 by 27 inch band. For the bow, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 7 inches by 5.5 inches. And you're also going to need 1 piece that is 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. Lastly, you're going to need 2 pieces of 1/2 inch elastic that is your head size minus 2 inches. So mine are 18 inches long, and 2 additional pieces of elastic, 1/4 inch, the same length. So again, mine are 18 inches long. First, you're going to finish all of your edges. I serged mine, but an overlock or zigzag stitch will work just as well. While I'm serging this, let's talk about material for this project. You're going to want to use a fleece or a terry cloth, flannel, or even minky, something that's soft and stretchy. I'm using some old changing pad covers that I had lying around. These are nice, they're soft, they're stretchy, and they're a really cute polka dot print that both myself and my daughter really love. Fun fact, this is my first project with this serger. It's super exciting for me to try it out for the first time. I've had this serger for about 3 years, and honestly, I was massively intimidated by it. So next, I'm going to take the long piece and sew the ends, the 2 short ends together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance to make a very large circle. After you sew those 2 together, you're going to fold over your ends to about 3/4 of an inch to an inch to create a channel. So you're going to sew this all the way around, leaving about an inch unsewn so that you can thread your elastic through. You can use a hem gauge for this. I honestly just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be super precise as long as it fits that 1/2 inch elastic. And then you're going to repeat that same step on the other side, creating a channel between 3/4 of an inch to an inch wide, leaving an inch unsewn so that you can thread that 1/2 inch elastic through. Alright, when that's all done, you're going to take a safety pin, and using that safety pin, you're going to work that 1/2 inch elastic through the channel you just created. When that elastic's all the way through, you're going to connect your 2 ends. I used a zigzag stitch on my machine. I just go back and forth a couple of times. You can also hand sew this together, whatever works for you to get those 2 pieces together. And then you're going to close up the space that you left in that channel so that you could thread that elastic through. You're going to close that up on both sides. Alright, so next you're going to want to grab that 1/4 inch elastic. Pinning it at the seam, you're going to stretch it around the headband about a 1/4 inch away from the channel you just created, pinning it every 2 to 3 inches. This is going to give the headband a little bit more fit to your head and just help it stay in place. Now, working with your machine, You're going to sew the elastic onto that band. Go slow, stretching the elastic so that it fits all the way around the band as you sew. I'm sewing mine about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch away from the channel, pulling it to stretch it so that it fits all the way around your band. So for this step, I opted to take the extender off of my sewing machine so that I could sew the headband in a full circle. It just makes it a little bit easier to maneuver and a little bit easier to stretch that elastic all the way around. And then you are going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Going slow, stretching your elastic so that it fits all the way around the band. Sometimes you can see I can take my backhand and kind of help that through the machine while I pull at the front. Here you can see me checking to make sure that I'm stretching that elastic enough to reach all the way towards the end. If it does overlap when you get to the end by 1 inch or 2, that's fine. It just means that your headband will be a little bit more snug. So the next step we're going to do is we are going to make the bow. Now I do apologize, for some reason I did not get footage of this. But you're going to take the 2 pieces that are 7 inches by 5.5 inches and sew them right sides together, leaving about 1 inch on one of the sides to turn it out. And then you're going to sew the piece that's 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches together down the long end, leaving the short ends open. You're going to trim your corners, and then you're going to turn both of those pieces right sides out. And then you're just going to sew that closed so that that turning space is now sewn shut. Taking that 3.5 inch tube, you're going to find the spot that's opposite of the seam, wrap that tube around, and then you're going to sew the ends together. So now it's wrapped around the band. Then you're going to take that rectangle that you just sewed together of the larger pieces, and you're going to feed it through that band. Take your time, fluff the bow so it's nice and even and big, and when it's centered and looking how you want it to look, you're going to either hand stitch it or use your machine to attach everything to the headband. I just used my machine and a basic button stitch to attach everything together. You could also put a button or a charm or anything like that in the center of your bow to give it a little bit more pizzazz. And that's it, guys. Now you got yourself a super cute spa headband.
If you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see some more chaotic content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a chaos day. Like seeing some...